What's going on YouTube? Uberman here. Today I wanted to talk about some of the prerequisites to becoming a rideshare driver. First and foremost, you need to be open-minded. You need to be accepting of other people's beliefs, religions, their political views, because these things are going to come up. You know, maybe you're a Democrat and you hate Republicans, or maybe you're a Republican and you hate Democrats, or maybe you hate politics in general. Either way, no matter which side of the fence you're on here, you're going to run into people that are going to discuss their personal beliefs with you, religion and politics, gay, lesbians, bisexuals. You're going to encounter a lot of really diverse cultures, and you're going to meet a lot of really interesting people. If you are a closed-minded individual, I would say this is not something that you would be good at unless you're capable of hiding your closed-mindedness and pretending that you're open-minded during these trips. There's going to be a lot of really controversial things come up. Happens to me all the time. But, you know, even if it's not something I agree with, you just kind of smile, shake your head, and listen to their opinion. You never know. Maybe they're going to have something to say that'll sway your opinion a little bit and make you think about something a little bit differently. Next, obviously, I mean, you need to have a decent car, right? I mean, that's a game. We're not going to get too into that. I mean, if you got a car that's all banged up or scratched up or the interior's torn up, you just hang it up, forget it, okay? And I don't recommend that you go buy a car to do Uber. If you've already got one, great. As long as you've got a decent car that's clean, it's not all banged up, no busted windshields and stuff either, guys. People don't like that. How about making some money? I mean, that's a good reason, right? Listen, if you want to just try Uber to see if it's something you're interested in, they typically offer anywhere from $100 to $500, depending on your market, free money, guys, just to sign up. In fact, the promo code's right here. It's very simple, DMUWW. If you click in the description below, there's a link that takes you straight to the website for Uber that signs you up using my promo code, and you get anywhere between $100 and $500 typically. Last week, a guy signed up, he got $500. Granted, that was the first time I've ever seen that. I don't know what market he was in, but that was an amazing deal for him. So, you know, you take 20 rides, and then they give you free money. And then if you've decided after those 20 rides, hey, I don't like Uber, I'm not doing this anymore, well, you don't have to do it. You just quit. I mean, you still get free money, and whatever money you earned on those 20 rides are yours too. So, and here's the other thing, guys. Uber it's addictive. It's almost like a game. Like maybe you remember Candy Crush or Farmville or Pot Farm, you know, whatever your game is, you know. It is an addictive game, and it really is. This is a business. Don't get me wrong. This is all about money. This is work. This is business, but this is also a game, and I try to keep that mentality. Because if you just think about Uber as a job and work, well, that can get kind of old and it can get kind of boring. But when you think about it as a game, a strategy game like chess or checkers, and it's your job to beat your opponent. Who's your opponent? Well, you've got a lot of opponents out there, guys. One of your opponents is Uber themselves. You've got to learn how to work the system, how to manipulate the system to your advantage. That, to me, is the most fun of anything. I love the challenge of learning their new structures and then finding ways to manipulate them and beat them ultimately. Your other opponents are going to be other drivers. Guys, you know, the longer you drive and the more you're out there, the more you're going to learn where you need to be. There are what I call hot spots. Some people call them sweet spots. There's definitely a specific area you need to be in. And the best part of that is it's not one of those deals where all the drivers know the sweet spot or the hot spot and they all flock there. A lot of them think that they know where the hot spots are, and they do flock there, and you end up with clusters of cars together. But there is a hot spot for every driver, guys. You just have to go out there and find your spot and stick with it. And it changes. You don't get to keep the same hot spot forever because eventually you'll end up with a few other drivers, and before you know it, you got flocks of drivers over there. So then you have to move and you have to find another one. It's a constantly evolving game. So that's something you should probably be into as well, is change. If you're a person that likes structure and stability, this is probably not for you because Uber is changing on almost a daily basis. Things are changing. You just don't know what's going to pop up next. But guys, it's a pretty simple deal. You're going to deal with some people that aren't so friendly. You're going to deal with rude customers. This is a service industry. That's another thing to keep in mind, okay? Yes, it's nice to be driving around in your nice car and cruising and listening to the radio and getting paid, but don't forget that this is a service industry. We are providing a service to customers just like people that work at the hotels, people that work in the airports, people that drive taxi cabs. This is a service industry. We are providing a service to customers, and they do expect a certain level of professionalism and civility. So be sure that you're capable of providing that. And I don't want to say knowing your place because that sounds, well, that just doesn't sound very nice. It's not so much about knowing your place. It's just understand that you are providing a service to the customers, and they have to feel that no matter what, they are right, and that your job is to provide them the most professional service possible. Okay? So just keep that in mind. As soon as they get out of the car and close the door, you can rate them a 1 star. You can flip them the bird. You can cuss all you want. But, until then, just try to keep a smile on your face and, yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. I try to be polite. I was raised that way, though. I was raised to call people sir and ma'am. And I feel like when I have passengers in the car and I'm their driver, it's kind of my responsibility to treat them with the utmost respect. That's just me, though, guys. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and cut this off. I just want to throw out there some things that are really helpful if you're interested in being a driver, and if you can't match that very small criteria that I've thrown out there, then it's probably a better idea that you find something else to do. Guys, if you want to sign up, use my promo code. It's down at the bottom. I'll throw it up again right there. DMUWW, or just open the description, click on the link that'll take you straight to Uber so you can sign up. 20 rides, guys. You typically get between $100 and $500. I don't see any reason not to try it. If you just want some extra income, you want something to do in your spare time, it's a lot of fun, guys, and it is addictive. I would say typically after your 20th ride, you're probably going to keep driving because it is so much fun to do. Anyway, guys, as always, like, comment, subscribe, be safe out there, and Uber on.